Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Albancalia. I am an EVO 200 Double Gold Consultant with Evolution and Archer Travel. And today I'm going to be teaching you guys about Marketing 101. So I know there's a lot of different trainings out there for marketing, but basically I sat down and tried to compile everything that I can see working so far from when I first started till now. And I put this in a training for you guys. Whether you're a new agent or if you're a seasoned agent looking for a new marketing strategy, this is the video for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, before I get started, I always like to introduce myself. Maybe you are a new viewer. So I want you guys to know who you're working with. If you are a seasoned viewer, welcome back. All right, let's learn some more things today. So like I said, my name is Ashley. I am been with Archer and Evolution for over a year and a half now. I'm a top presenter, leader, and travel/mentorship trainer. I specialize in marketing, mentoring, and destination weddings. I love to learn about new niches and how to market them. All different types of niches, doesn't matter what it is. I could try to break it down and market it, I will. And of course, like it says, I'm always here if you need help. If you ever find yourself, and maybe a training of mine, or if you see something that you don't, are not able to find an answer for, feel free to reach out to me. You can DM me on Facebook, Instagram, doesn't matter, wherever you find me. Feel free to send me a DM. And if I don't know the answer, I will find somebody who does. So don't be shy. Okay. Now, a little bit of an overview for today's training. We're going to talk about the different types of marketing. Okay. We're going to break down the types and especially on how to use them. We're going to show what to market, where to market, how to maximize your views, how to get started. That's a big one. And of course, tips and tricks that I found out through the way. Now, of course, let's read this real quick before we get into this, okay? I don't want to be held responsible for any marketing strategies, all right? These are just, I'm just sharing with you guys what works. So I just want to say this, that you guys got to remember that the success of your travel agency marketing efforts depend on consistency, adaptability, and the ability to provide excellent customer service. Those three things alone can literally make or break your business, okay? If you don't follow through with one of them, you're going to lack in your business. You have to have all three. So, by continuously monitoring the performance of your marketing strategies and staying current with the industry trends, you can effectively market your travel agency and attract more clients. Okay. So, this is what I have found through times of, when I first started and I didn't really know what I was doing till now. You have to have consistency. That's the number one. You can't just market one time and then go, all right, it doesn't work. Well, you can't do it one time. Okay. They say on average, the person has to hear something 3 times before they remember it, right? So you want to get that with every client. You want to say it at least one, two, three, 4 times, right? Of course, adaptability, travel changes every day. So you need to stay current on what the different things that, are happening with travel, whether it be a new visa that's required or COVID is in this area or there's hurricanes over here. You need to stay up to date on that, right? And then providing excellent customer service. This is the follow through part. I always talk about follow through when it comes to marketing. Well, this is the follow through part when it comes to clients. You have to follow through with customer service because no matter how many times you market a deal or show the great price, if you can't provide that excellent customer service, they won't book with you. Okay. What I've always been told is that people don't book with us because they need a deal, right? They can go and book that deal on Expedia. Now, do we offer great deals? Yeah, sure. But the real reason that they book with us is because of that customer service. It's because when they go book on Expedia, that's it. When they book with us, we continue it out all the way up to the trip and after. Okay. So keep that in mind as we go through the training. So, in order to get started on your marketing, the first thing that you guys are going to want to do is to define your niche and your target audience. Okay. Whether your niche should be adventure travel, luxury travel, family vacation, all inclusive resorts, cruises, etc., right? You have to sit down and think about what you want to sell. I have been at the first part when I first started selling, I started selling Las Vegas vacations. That went pretty well. And I realized that's not really where my heart was. So then I kind of switched over to cruises for a little bit. Didn't really care for that. And now I do destination weddings, primarily destination or cruise weddings. And that's kind of where my heart is. And I had to figure that out. So if you are in that part where you might not know what you want to sell, that's okay. Try your market out. Try to see what sells more. Okay. Maybe you'll like for me, I realized that I love Las Vegas, right? And I've been, but I realized that I kind of wanted to reach a bigger audience, and I was able to do that with weddings. So that might be something that you go through, or you might find that your audience, really just wants all-inclusive resorts. That might be what you go with, right? But I'll tell you that you have a better advantage of selling things if you sell with your heart. If you enjoy what you're selling and it's not just you're just booking a hotel and a flight, you're going to have way more fun doing this, and you're actually going to be able to enjoy the travel agency industry, right? After that, you're going to want to define your ideal customers. Think about their demographics, their interests, and their behaviors. The way you market to a 65-year-old couple is not going to be the same way you market to a 23-year-old. It's not, right? So you need to think about all the different audiences that are going to be getting your content, your collateral, etc., and making sure that you hit all of their needs. The cool videos really work with millennials, but the older crew, they don't really care about it, right? So keep that in mind when it comes to marketing and what you want to achieve. So let's talk about this, the solution wheel. This is a great way to kind of break down your niche. Let's just say now, all right, you found your niche, you find out who you want to market to. Now you need to break it down. So the basic breakdown of the solution wheel, I created it back in New Agent Phase 2. I'm sure you've seen it before if you've seen that. But I like to carry it through all my marketing trainings because it kind of really helps you define what you're selling. All right. So your niche, it goes in the middle right here. You're going to write a problem in each of these little slides right here. Okay. And at the top, you're going to write a solution. So let's just say all-inclusive resort. Well, they don't know where to go. Where do I go? That's one of the problems. They don't know where they can do all-inclusive at. So then we're going to research the best locations, right? And then we're going to show them the all-inclusive resorts that they can go to. Another one, let's just say, I don't know what's the best deal. Where's the cheapest place to vacation when it comes to all-inclusive resorts? Something like that. So in these little spots right here, you're gonna put your marketing tactic, whether it be a TikTok video on destination resorts, right? Or a flyer showing one of the best deals that you have for the month, something like that. But you're gonna be able to break it down because you guys have to remember that when it comes to the travel industry, especially, there's a buyer's process. It's not, for a lot of times, it's not just going to be a run up of, hey, I want to book this right now, let's go. Right. And if it is like that, make sure it's not fraud because a lot of buyers don't work this way. Most buyers, when it comes to travel, they're going to do their research, they're going to find the best options, right? And then they're going to want to find the best deals. And then they're going to need the best dates. And then they're going to have to make sure all the right people are coming. So there's several different parts of the buyer's process. And then as travel agents, we take it even further. Now, when they book with Expedia, it's one and done. They're good, right? But when they book with us, we have to follow through with that customer service. So we have to follow through with after the buy, right? After the deal is closed, after you've sold it, you have to follow all the way through with them when it comes to 30 days before the trip, when it comes to the day they leave, the day they return. You want to check on them, make sure they're good, right? That is another part of the buyer's process. So you can also put that into this niche solution wheel as well. What happens during the trip? Make them feel, it's safe. Hey, don't worry. While you're on your trip, you got me. If something happens, just let me know, right? That could be done in a TikTok video. That could be done on a flyer, something like that. Okay. So think about every part of the buyer's process when you're doing this solution wheel. So to give you guys an example, like I said, I do weddings. So one of them I have is where to go. A lot of people always ask that, especially for destinations. They're like, where do we go? I don't know any places to go. So we're going to research the best locations. And then let's just say we make a TikTok video of wedding destinations. I've made a ton of them. Okay. Another problem that's common for weddings is expenses. Sometimes if we show them the deals, we're going to show them the wedding packages that different resorts offer. That really helps clients kind of seal it because there's so many different parts that come to weddings, especially destination weddings. So by offering them a package that includes everything, it takes a lot of stress out. So that could be also turned into all-inclusive resorts. They also normally have a lot of packages offers too. So you can check with that, right? You can offer them the whole package of a flight, hotel, transfer, insurance. That's kind of how it works too, outside of weddings, right? There's several different things that you can market on, so don't limit yourself with just based off of what you see. Break your niche down and figure out what different parts of the niche that you can sell on. You want to come off as an expert, somebody who cares. So this is a great way to do that. So I went ahead and I broke down some common niche problems that I've seen over time. Okay. Number one always is going to be budget. Everybody wants the cheapest deal. We know this already, right? So if we break down the budget, what could be the issue with that budget? So maybe the expenses, maybe the dates that they're going, the amount of people that are going, the type of travel requested, right? So solutions, show different location and packages that are budget friendly, include different dates and types of vacations that might work as well. What I mean by this is I had a big family of six one time that wanted to go to like some destination. And I was like, okay, you guys cannot afford that on this budget. But if you take this cruise, then you could go to that destination for a fraction of the cost. That's what I mean. Okay. Don't just limit yourself on one type of option. If you see a budget, I remember when I first began, I used to see a budget and I'd be like, oh no, we can't do that. You'd be surprised. We probably can. Okay. So break it down, discuss the budgets. Maybe you might have to change the dates a little bit. Hey, if you change the date from Tuesday to Thursday, it's cheaper. Something like that. Okay. Research, lack of knowledge on the world of travel. A lot of clients don't have that. A lot of clients don't know the different places that they can go. So you guys can show them different locations, tips on travel, like the cheapest way to get to Asia, or the cheapest visit to Japan, something like that, right? And then packages that include everything needed for travel. And by that, I mean the flight, hotel, etc. They need that, okay? A lot of people don't want to sit down and look up the flights for this, or they don't want to sit down and look up the prices to get a transfer. That's what we're here for, okay? Time constraints. So dates, seasons, and events. Show travel options that can range from long trips to short to reach more audience. When it comes to marketing, you don't want to share the same thing over and over and over. You want to create a variation of different trips that you can include inside your niche. So whether it be a 7-day resort stay and then the next week it's a 5-day, Cancun stay, something like that, right? Don't make it all the same thing because you're going to have this issue with the dates, the season, and events. Some people won't be available on these certain dates, so they're not going to even look at it. So you're going to want to show different times, right? I always try to tell you guys to market at least 2 months out, but not any further. Why? Because it takes 30 to 60 days to get paid after a trip. So if you're marketing for a trip that's in March next year, well, don't expect to get paid till May, right? So market yourself 2 months out, but keep in mind the dates that are coming up right now. Think about it. I'm recording this and it's in October. So we have November, or we have Halloween if they want to go. Some people like to go to Las Vegas for Halloween. I've done that. Um, they have, Thanksgiving, they have Christmas, they have New Year's, they have the spring, they have all of this stuff coming up. So you have a lot of different dates and seasons that you can market for, right? The last one, itinerary overload. Too much planning required. This is a big one for the wedding industry. I know that. And even most of the time for travel. A lot of people, they get fed up. They don't want to figure it out. They get stressed out when it comes to planning. Here we come. That's part of the buyer's process. Like that's where we come in. I got you. We know how to do this, right? So show off your knowledge by writing guides, tips, and even videos on how to make itinerary planning easier. Break it down. Don't make it complicated, guys. Just make a video, 10, 15, well, maybe make it 20 seconds, right? Give them a couple tips on how to make their itinerary planning easier. It helps you because it makes you seem, not makes you seem, makes you come off as knowledgeable. Okay, they know how to plan an itinerary. That's who I should work with. Okay. You're still marketing to your client, but you're not just pushing out this deal. You're actually showing them that you know how to be a travel agent, which is going to help you actually close the deal in the end. All right. So there's several different types of marketing that they have. We have content marketing, which are going to be blogging, videos, podcast, right? My favorite thing about this is that you guys don't actually have to make it to where you share your own. A lot of people get nervous about making their own content, and I get that. Okay, I'm not one to really be in front of the camera. I don't feel confident enough. Probably should, but I don't. So I share others. Okay. AI, Chat GPT, all of that. Blogging, if you're not a writer, that's okay. They have Chat GPT, right? The podcast, anything that's related to travel, feel free to share it. It still helps your algorithm. So it's not going to hurt you to share other people's contents. Now, are you going to share straight from a travel agency? Probably not. But if there's a travel blogger out there that you like, share their content. Okay. Social media marketing, of course, that's a big one. We've got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. So the issue with this that I found with a lot of new agents is that you guys will get on like 6 platforms and then try to stress yourself out with marketing to 6 platforms at one time. Don't do that to yourself, okay? What I like to do is I like to focus on maybe 1 or 2 at a time, master them, and then move on to another one. By mastering, I mean I try to see if there's potential in that. So, for example, when I first started, I sat down and tried to master Facebook. I would master it through making sure my page is all put together, putting the right content out, reaching out to new people on Facebook, joining groups, reaching out to the groups, the people in the groups. That was one way I kind of broke it down. And then I moved on to TikTok. And with TikTok, it was easier to get views. So I said, okay, well, I'll just keep posting videos. Those videos actually led people to my website, which actually led them to the inquiries. So there was kind of like a funnel created in the process of that. But what I would not suggest is setting up all 6 of them and then trying to make yourself plan content for all that. You're going to go crazy, okay? Now, they do have content planners and stuff like that that we're going to talk about. But for the most part, try to focus on a few of them and getting the clients that you can out of there. All right. Email marketing. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't know about. I like email marketing. I think it's cool. There's a good way to get it started. There is actually a company, it's called Tailwind. And basically they will let you do like a social media content planner for one, it's like one Facebook, one Instagram, and then like one email is how they do it. And they'll let you they let you set up a subscribers list for emails. Okay. It's called Tailwind. Hear me out. Um, so basically what this is what you can do is you can submit your own like email subscriber list so people can sign up to it. You can share it on your Facebook, your social media, etc. And then they have the platform in there for you to create the content. Create the content using ChatGPT, whatever, right? Take some pictures, whatever. And then you can send out weekly newsletters in order to get that marketing content out. It's a great strategy and it's free. So feel free to do that. Okay. Print marketing, we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. You always want to have your business cards on you and never know who asked for a business card, right? Trade shows and expos. These are fun to go to. I've been to a few of them. It's a really good way to hand out your information, but it's also a good way to network with other like vendors that we work with, like Carnival, Virgin Voyages, etc. They do a lot of them, especially here in Houston. So feel free to check them out in your area. You'd be surprised how many vendors are actually coming to the areas to do these expos, and you can meet up with them. All right. Partnerships and affiliates. Gain people to work with and to display your business. Now, when I say this, I always think about like somebody famous on YouTube, but that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. Look at the people around you. Look at where they're going, who they're talking to, etc. You would be surprised how fast word of mouth really actually helps you in marketing. A lot of the clients that I've gotten over the year have been from clients that I've already booked and they passed me my information to somebody else. Okay. One time I got a really good flight deal for somebody, and they took that flight deal as I'm the flight booker now. I'm the person they go to for flights. Well, of course, they know people. So what happens? They started telling other people and they started coming to me, right? So that's a great way to get your business out. And you don't have to be somebody who's famous. You don't have to be somebody who has a big social media following. When I first started, I had 150 friends and I'm from Alabama. So honestly, those people, they didn't probably get out much. I had to really dig deep in the trenches and find different people to market to. But I would rather now market to new people than to market to those 150 friends. So it's okay, right? But look at the people around you and you would be surprised how they can help your business. It doesn't have to come off salesy, it doesn't have to be weird. You can just be simply bringing it up in a conversation because at the end of the day, everybody travels. So talking about travel in general, make that a conversation. Don't come off like I got the best deals. No, look at this place I found and there's cool things that you can do here. Something like that, right? I've done it inside of Kroger. Oh my gosh. One day in Kroger, I was in the baby aisle and a lady asked me what I did for a living, which was weird. And then I ended up booking her Disney cruise. But hey, whatever. All right. Leverage social media. Establish a strong presence on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Share high quality images, travel tips, and destination guides. Engage with your audience by responding to comments and messages. Okay. So when I say leverage, you have to kind of gain that part. Okay. in order to establish a strong presence on social media, definitely check out my new agent phase 2. It basically sets you up for the foundation of your social media. Okay. But then what you're going to want to do is create that consistency, the consistency of always posting. I always suggest maybe every other day for posting. All right. And that consistency is what's going to gain that strong presence. Now, sharing high quality images like this right here. All right. Sharing this, let's say you share this picture and be like, oh, this is the all inclusive resort in Dominican Republic. Wouldn't you love to go there? Something like that. That very much so. One time I shared a picture of Christmas in Paris. People loved that. And I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, why are you liking that so much? Right. But it's something like that that captures their eyes and they want to share it because they want to show other people. Right. Travel tips is a huge one. Oh man, when I first started, every Thursday I did a travel tip and they loved it, especially the one about flights. Anything about saving money on flights or different types of travel, that's where you're going to want to share it. Destination guides, you can get these from our vendors. They have a lot of brochures that you can essentially just attach to your Facebook, something like that. There's a lot of different content out there, and the reason why I'm sharing so much of it is because a lot of people they get stuck. A lot of people are like, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to say. Okay, well, I'm giving it to you here. Don't make it complicated. It's social media. Think about you on social media. What do you do? What do you like to look at? Okay, and then share that to your clients. All right. Offer deals and promotions, giveaway and promos. So every month, um, I like to do a promotion or deal. Right now we have one where if they book with us, they get their honeymoon, which is in the voucher. It's like a 8 day, 7 night resort stay or something like that. And it's limited time. So this is just going to be for October. And then November, we're going to offer something else. All right. So like a monthly offer. Now I mean something else with this, okay? The giveaway, the promos are great, but you'd be surprised. Like in Vax right now, if you go inside there, and it happens a lot, they'll list different promotions. So if they book at this resort for this month, then they're going to get like $500 off, or they get an airline credit. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Look at the different resorts that you like, maybe to promote often. A lot of the resorts will have reward programs. So one of my favorite ones right now is Charisma Hotels. They have a lot of reward programs, and the more you book with them, they'll actually list you on their website as a vacation consultant so people can see you. So I'm trying to book everything I can with them. So they have a monthly offer right now for their weddings. I think it's like $2,000 off their wedding or something. So that's what I'm running, right? These kind of monthly offers are going to what's help bring your clients in, and it's going to help them seal the deal because they're going to have a limited time to do it, right? Offer ends November 30th. Make sure you book it before then. This is a great way to close on that client. Continued business. This is a big one. Excuse me. This is a big one. Remember, I told you the third part of it is the customer service. Okay. So if you guys create like a referral / loyalty program for returning customers, it's going to help you a lot. When I first started, I used to do one back in the day that was an Amazon gift card for $25, but they had to book at least, I think it was like at least $3,000. So I was walking out with $400 and I gave somebody $25 of that for getting me the booking. I don't care, right? Now, do you have to do that? No. You can do vouchers, you can do other deals, whatever you want to come up with, okay? But I like to do that because it brought me continuous clients, right? A referral program is great. You can do if they refer, let's say friends and family referral, if they refer you to a client and the client books at least 1,500, give them a voucher. Okay. Something like that helps a lot with marketing because they have a reason to return. Okay. So print collateral. This is a big one. I never really understood print collateral when I first started. I felt very overwhelmed with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I didn't really get too far in depth in it. But now that I'm in here for a year and a half, I wish I would have gotten into it sooner. All right. There are several different types, but they come very handful. Oh my God, they come very handy when you put yourself in certain situations. Like right now, all of a sudden I'm a soccer mom. Never been one before, but here we are. Okay. Having this stuff on me comes in handy, right? You never know what kind of situation you're going to put yourself in. So, brochures, travel guides, postcards, business cards, journals. Okay. Now, a lot of these can be given by vendors, and we're going to go over the list of vendors that I have, but just check with the vendor. You'd be surprised. They have a lot of different stuff that you can either print out, order, etc. Okay. Another good example right now, because it's almost Halloween, right? With October 20th, we're close to Halloween. You guys ever think about trunk or treats? The little where you sit in the back of your trunk and you hand out candy? Attach the business card to it, attach a brochure to it, touch anything you want to it, right? You'd be surprised. Hold a raffle. Anybody, have everybody join in for a raffle and give them all a voucher, something like that, right? There's several different ways you can get it, but it's a good way to get clients simply right in front of your house, right? Where to leave them. So when traveling, everywhere you can. Anytime I'm going to airports, etc., I'll just be leaving random stuff throughout there. All right. Now I'm not littering. Okay. I'm going to be respectful about it. But if you can leave it, then absolutely. Restaurants, cafes, trade shows, travel expos, marketing events, etc. There's plenty of places that you can hand out that type of information, right? What to list. This is important. Okay. If you're handing out a brochure, make sure it has your information on it. You'd be surprised how many people will hand out a brochure with nothing on it except just the resort. That's great, but then they don't know to book with you. Okay. So make sure you to include your site. So whether that be your Evo site or your own site, your information, a brief description of your services, and any client reviews. Okay. This would be really, really good to have in a brochure. I like to do the brochure and then I'll attach the business card to it. It's a great way to pass out your information. Content marketing. So the first one's going to be user generated. Okay. Share your travel adventures, even if they're not recent. Encourage your potential clients to share theirs as well. I like to post one of my favorite vacations was my first Carnival cruise, which was my honeymoon. I love to talk about it, and I've gotten several clients by talking about it. And I'll post a picture and I'll be like, what's your favorite pick from your Carnival cruise? And then I can find out who's the returning cruisers, and then I can market to them. Several different strategies there. Okay. A travel blog, create blogs. Write about the best way to travel somewhere, write about the best way to plan a vacation, write about the best times to plan a vacation. Anything like this works, okay? Journal, tips, guides, show off your knowledge. Start the convo. Share a picture and discuss the location, something interesting, maybe a place you want to go. Clients can share theirs too. One of the best things I've ever done when it comes to starting a convo is one time I did a post and I was like, if you had no budget in the world, where would you go? Like for a vacation. And that way, when people started commenting in it, I could see where they wanted to go. Then I took where they wanted to go and I found a best reasonable price for it and the best times that they could go. And then I started posting those as my mock bookings because then I found out what my audience wanted, right? Good way to kind of close in on the clients that are maybe looking to go somewhere, but they don't know how to start. Mock bookings and deals. Now, most of you guys should probably know about mock bookings by now. If you don't, I have trainings on it on my YouTube, so feel free to check any of those out. But mock bookings and deals play a huge role in showcasing what you have to offer. This is a great way for you to learn the vendors and offer different travel options to your clients. Remember to factor in your niche when you're putting a deal together, okay? So whether it be all-inclusive resorts, these are just some examples that I've done in the past. There's some pictures. You don't have to make it complicated, okay? If you want to do a big flyer or a video, whatever, however you want to do it, fine. For me, a lot of times they were just pictures, and pictures worked out great because I'm very time limited, okay? So feel free to put these together. I try to suggest doing these at least once a week. At least once a week, it helps, okay? So sample media content planner. Okay, if you're watching this recording, feel free to stop this and take a picture. So I really like this. I learned this back in the day from Amy Jo, one of my first trainings I ever took on marketing, and I didn't know what to do with it. And she showed us a sample media content planner and it worked out great. Okay. So as you can see throughout the month, I'm offering different things. First, starting off with our monthly offer, whatever our promotion is going to be. Travel blog, vacation package, TikTok service promo, the different services that we offer, mock booking, travel tips, travel memes. People like funny things. Put a couple of them up there and they'll share them like crazy. Reminder of the offer because we're halfway through the month. A promo flyer, maybe from a resort, a wedding mock booking because that's what I do. Travel tip blog, cruise mock booking, another meme, packing list. Okay, great packing list. Find one off of Pinterest or something and share it. Planning tip, and then top resorts. All right, so the bottom of that is cut off, but it technically says test your analytics by trying out different types. Okay, so basically, I'm going to try out the travel blog. And if the travel blog gets a lot of hits, then I'm going to make sure I do that again. If it doesn't get any hits, get rid of it. Next one, vacation package. All right, let's try this one out. Now, also keep in mind on Facebook and Instagram, if you go through the business what is it? What is that called? The suite, the meta suite. Yeah. If you go through the meta suite, it'll tell you the best times to post for your audience. So post them at the times that it tells you to and see what the analytics does with it. If it doesn't work, try something different. Okay. Normally they suggest up to 90 days, but if you're new starting out and you want to really see what works, pay attention to it weekly. Say, hey, you know what? Last week I posted that mock booking and it took off. Let me make another one. Right. You might have to adjust your calendar throughout, but I always try to at least fill out my calendar for at least 2 weeks at a time. Okay. So marketing, let's get started. You have to create, plan, and execute. Those are the most important parts. So first, you want to write a marketing plan with a goal and an end date in mind. Like Charles Lee always says, you can have a goal all you want, but it has to have an end date or it doesn't matter, right? So maybe make your end date for your goal like on my first mock, I want to get my first booking or I want to earn my $69.95 back. Set that goal for yourself, whatever you want it to be, whether you're new or seasoned. Maybe you want to just get a cruise booking this month, right? That's your goal. So then market towards that, okay? Create what social media pages you would like and set them up accordingly. If you set up your social media pages, I mean like the logos, the descriptions, state who you are, interest or introduce yourself, etc. That's the best way to get these pages set up. If you just create one and just start posting on it, it's not going to work, okay? Branch up is fantastic. I love branch up, but you have to do more than branch up, okay? Begin inviting people to join your page/group. Some people do groups, some people don't like pages, whatever, which one you want to do. And then you're going to start rolling out your content to create an algorithm. You see how the content here is different, right? It's different types of content, but it's still rolling it out. So I'm not going to do the same thing every day. I'm creating something new, okay? Share your content to groups in the pages that are allowed. Join communities that have similar interests. Share your expertise and insights everywhere you can, and then reference them back to your page when you're able to, okay? So a lot of times I'll go inside these groups and if they have questions, like they're trying to plan a trip to here and they don't know where to go, I will hop in there and be like, "Ooh, why don't you get started here and go through here?" Okay. And I will make it quite well known that I'm a travel agent without making it known I'm a travel agent, right? But they're going to see my expertise and then that's how we can communicate. That's how I got my first booking actually, was in a group called Girls That Love Travel. I saw a lady in there and she was like, "Oh, I need to plan this trip." I reached out to her, boom, done, right? So don't be shy. Share your knowledge. The lady didn't even know how to do the flight and hotel, so I just took care of it for her. It took me 20 minutes. Okay. Engage with anyone who comments on your post. That is a big thing for your algorithm to keep it flowing. You have to engage with who talks to you. Okay. Especially if it's a message in your DM, even if it's one of those spammy, weird messages, just reply back to it and delete it. That's going to help build up your response time. Right. Compare what works well with your content and adjust it accordingly. Some things are going to work out great, some of them are not. But then you're going to find one that really works. Okay. For me, it's the mock bookings. They really work for me. So, tips and tricks for social media marketing. Planning is key to remaining successful and organized. Consistency helps create your algorithm and helps with SEO, which means you're leading on the top because you're consistently posting. In the groups alone, it will tell you if those people are active in those groups. Same thing with the pages. They can see when you're active. So make sure that you're constantly posting, okay? I don't mean every day. I mean just every other day. Share a blog, share a meme, share a mock booking, something, okay? Post at least every other day to create a flow. One mock booking a week helps. Keep social media light and fun, not salesy. Do not come off like a salesman. It will turn everyone off, I promise you. Okay? Talk about why they should book with you. That is a big thing. Remember, I said they don't come to us just to book, they come to us for customer service. Show them your customer service. Talk about it. Okay? Pay attention to travel seasons to keep up with trends. Don't start marketing cruises in September when it's hurricane season and you're going to send your clients right into a path of a hurricane. Okay? Keep in mind, like certain things, certain trends, whatever's happening around the world. Pay attention to that, especially if you're sending travelers to certain locations. There's a website where you can actually go and verify if it's safe to go there. Okay, it's a government website. Check that out. Help yourself, help your clients. Okay. Now, tips and trips for print marketing. Create a brand and get it printed. Okay. So by the brand, I mean your logo. You can actually put your logo on some of the stuff that they hand out to the vendors, like Disney, SeaWorld, Universal. Most cruise lines, except Virgin Voyages, doesn't have it. Expedia Tap, Sandals, Agent Universe. Some resorts directly will have print collateral. and classic vacations. A lot of this is customizable. Okay. So that's what I mean. Get your logo, get your name, whatever, get it printed on there. And a lot of them will send to your house for free, especially Disney. So check on that one. Okay. Order free business cards. There's quite a few sites, but 4over4.com, you can get 250 of them, or you can make them for free on Canva, right? Carry info with you, especially business cards, and then leave your info in restaurants, cafes, business, etc. Ask them, of course, but there's a lot of good possibilities for you to be able to leave your stuff. Okay. Now, that's all I have for today. If you guys have any questions, make sure you comment below. Make sure you guys like and follow so I can just start posting more trainings. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Happy booking.